Welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport.
Absolute madness. Why can't we have this every race? At least we have something to discuss this week. And thank you to my new subscriber. You should all follow suit. And comment, like and subscribe to this video. I'm uploading motorsport content nearly every day of the week. Anyway, onto the race. A wet race always adds an element of excitement, as we saw last year at Hockenheim. I like that we had a wet standing start instead of racing off when the safety car goes in. Raikkonen briefly popped up to third after the Red Bulls had a bad start, and this is the least mad this race would get. Sainz went off about 5 times in the opening laps but survived, unlike Perez, who managed to lose it and hit the wall, the first casualty in a long list. This brought out the safety car for a second time. Then Leclerc pulls out of his pits in front of Grosjean, causing the Frenchman to brake hard. Grosjean lost about 5 places because of this, and Leclerc wasn't punished, except by karma maybe. Just a team fine handed out. Seems legit. Ricciardo had an exhaust issue, which took him out of the race, bringing out the virtual safety car. Sainz and Verstappen both spun, Verstappen quite stylishly. Stroll also had a spin at the same time as Norris pulled off with issues, bringing out the virtual safety car again. And then it happened. Leclerc slid into the wall and was out of the race. He was set to take the lead at this point, and this brought out the safety car again. Hamilton went off as well and damaged his front wing, but somehow managed to survive, the lucky sod. After this madness, Albon found himself in 4th with Sainz back up to 6th. But it was Hülkenberg, challenging for his first podium in 160 plus races. Could he finally do it and at his home Grand Prix? No, because he slid off into the same wall as Hamilton and Leclerc and was out of the race. Another safety car and some cars pit early for slicks and found themselves in strange positions. Stroll was even leader for a bit, which is a sign of the end times, I think. Verstappen quickly dispatched him and so did Kvyat, flying in his Toro Rosso. And then Hamilton spun again and still survived. He's such a jammy sod who gets away with murder. As proven by Bottas, who tried to do the same thing and slammed his car into the wall. He clearly doesn't want to be champion. Magnussen and Grosjean touched again, and I'm sure Steiner was preparing the hairdryer for the debrief. And so the race finished, with 7 retirements, and a Toro Rosso on the podium for just the second time. The other time being Vettel's win at Monza in 2008. Just to run down all the finishers, Verstappen was a master today and really deserves all the success he gets. Vettel was slow throughout the race, until the last 10 laps when he absolutely flew through the field, finishing 18 places higher than his starting position. Kvyat was the man of the day, with a surprise podium. And I question Stroll's ability sometimes, but a 4th place is a great result for him and Racing Point. Not bad as he was racing the Williams cars at the back for most of the race. Another strong result for Sainz in 5th, who looks good for the best of the rest this year. Albon put in a strong showing in this race, despite his late incident with Gasly. Alfa Romeo, great result, until they were disqualified. A clutch issue off the start means that they don't get any points, but they are appealing, but I don't see the FIA cutting them a break. And so the Haas's. This could have been a great result, but with Grosjean qualifying 6th, it could have been better. He just seemed to be a lap behind on strategies this race. However, this was only Grosjean's 2nd points finish of the year, and a 7th and 8th, despite banging rails again, is a good remedy for Haas's recent problems. Hopefully the American team can show more speed, because they seem to struggle at the end of the race. In 9th, Hamilton will be happy, honestly. His closest rival crashes, and it happens to be his teammate. He finished 11th in the race, but after the Alpha's been chucked out, he climbs to 9th. But 2 spins is very unlike him. But he climbs 2 points away from Bottas and will still win the championship. And the final finishers? The Williams. Kubica got 10th after the Alphas were chucked, meaning he scores Williams' first point of the year. It would be embarrassing if you said he should have been replaced a few weeks ago. Russell behind him in 11th with his best ever result as well, but they were still last. They do seem to be reliable at least. I mean, if you can take anything away from this. One final thing to discuss is the liveries. Mercedes painted the car white to celebrate 50 years of motorsport. It looked like someone spilled a tub of white paint on the front of their car, and the pit wall dressed as 1950s race engineers. They won't ever do that again after their worst race since Rosberg and Hamilton took each other out in Spain. And Haas, after all the stuff that went down with Rich Energy, could have done with a change. And with Rich Energy changing their name to Lightning Bolt, you'd think a new livery to show that they were here and ready and standing by Haas would be a good thing. But no, they still said Rich Energy. You'd at least put a sticker over it or something, wouldn't you? And that's everything. This was a great race. Will we see the same in Hungary? Probably not. Can't really overtake at the Hungaroring, but we will see. This is a great time to like, comment and subscribe, so hit those buttons and I'll be back with more motorsport content throughout the week. Have a good one.